Hello lovely Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining me for the January reading of 2018. I apologise, it's late. As you may know, new year and everything is so busy and time just got away from me. So I've been doing all your personal readings and your spell requests. Thank you so much for asking me to do those for you. If you do want a 2018 reading, the information is down below in the reading link. Or if you want to email me, lorientarot@gmail.com is the email to go to. Or if you just want to give your thanks on the donation side of things, if you can't afford a reading, the coffee link to buy me a coffee is down below. So let's have a look and see what comes up for Sagittarius. Now, with the end of January, we are going into a big lunar eclipse, which is also a blood moon, a blue moon, and a supermoon. So this is going to be quite intense. And depending on where it is in your chart, it will be affecting you in different ways. You can always email me and see if I can, do a reading for you in regards to how this moon's going to affect you, or do an astrological report, which is also on the website with the readings there too. So let's have a look and see what Sagittarius is going to bring forwards for us in January of 2018. Very interesting to see what our philosophers are going to bring forwards to the table, and I think they want me to do it now. Okay. Interesting. So you've seen how much I've been shuffling. I also shuffled off camera. That was also the first card out for Scorpio. So let's see. Okay, Two of Swords. And what else have we got? The Hierophant. This is interesting. I'm just going to turn them a little bit so you can see them better. And then we have the Queen of Wands. The Nine of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, and at the bottom the Seven of Cups. So you've got some choices to make. Maybe there's some problems that you've been having recently and you're not too sure which direction to go to. That can sometimes be an issue, when you're struggling sometimes to figure out what you're trying to do and all that kind of stuff. Having too many options can really take the biscuit. You can be very much, well, we all can be very unsure as to what we need to do, how we need to do it. But actually I'm drawn to this middle here. It feels like there's... Okay, so let's just read and see what energies I'm coming through with here. So this, I feel, is about a choice again. The Two of Swords is always about a stalemate situation. You may be feeling like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And that's the worst possible thing to feel, in my opinion. And I think that this Nine of Swords as well is also about being very anxious and having that sort of maybe feeling a bit like you're stuck. That's what it feels like. Tension, stress. So whatever this choice is this month, or maybe internal choice, is kind of sending you a little bit internal with your feelings. And I just looked at the clock a second ago and it said 333, and I was having that on Scorpio. So if you want to have a look at angel numbers 333, see what that means. But yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of intensity going on within, and it could be causing you to sleep less and have problems. I'll make my mouth work in a minute. But there could be some problems here, and I think that you need to address them this month, because you don't want to spend the year not being able to sleep. So there's something, I think, that's underlying this issue that you'll have to look at. But we also have the Page of Pentacles. Now this is new enterprises, so I would say that you are being quite routine. You need to get a new routine to bring forward the information. I also see this as somebody offering something to you. Now it's slightly different for Scorpio, because the readings always change for me, and the meanings of the cards can change depending on the energies that I get from them. But this is something like you're being offered something and you're being extended. I don't know, something's being extended towards you. But if you can see, these two both have their eyes closed and they both just seem a little bit nonplussed about it. They're not really enthusiastic, they're not really bothered, and all that kind of stuff. And I just feel that there is something like a little bit of apathy here, and it could be caused from the centre problem, but it could also be caused from other things. So I just think that you need to kind of take a step back from a situation and maybe recalibrate yourself. And I don't know why they wanted me to say recalibrate, but I'll do what they say, and it make you kind of look at it in a way that maybe you want to move towards something and figure it out for yourself, and basically come forwards in a lot of different ways and be very strong within yourself. Because I do see success here. I do see it. You've got the Hierophant, which means you will thrive in a traditional environment. You will thrive with routine. If you want to make something of yourself this month or start that, I don't see much problem for you at all, really. But this Ten of Pentacles, I think, is your goal. This is about your ability to establish wealth and reach your potential, or reach the promotion, or have something. It could even be in a very big conglomerate or a set where, education, the traditional environment, a traditional business. But I do feel this is kind of edging up now. This is something that's developing for you. It does seem like those of you who may also have Sagittarius in your Venus, this is something that's coming through to suggest that maybe the choices that you make this month are going to free you, or they are going to... Okay, so they're asking me to reword that. They're showing me 3 dots. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 3 little dots. And then there's a dot all the way over somewhere else. And you're at the moment in the dot all the way over somewhere else. Now, I don't mean that you're isolating yourself or that you're ahead of the pack or anything like that, but it just means that you need to squish further up with the 3 dots that are already leading the way. And I think the 3 dots may be, so for some of you, your guides. For some of you, it's the last 3 years or the last 3 months that have kind of cemented what you're supposed to be doing. And I just think that there's a lot of potential that they don't want you going to waste with. So if you can just dedicate yourself this month, or for the rest of this month, just to pursuing what you need to do rather than what people expect you to do, I think you'll probably feel a lot better for it. There's lots of potential here. I do see that some of you who want a promotion are going to have a really good chance to get one. Okay, let's see. They're also saying something about trying something new. Trying something new and seeing the results coming through very positively. Well, we got, ooh, yay, we've got Tiwaz, which is kind of like the Sagittarian symbol. And this is about justice, authority, and rationality. So again, you probably have to look at the problems and the strife and things like that you may be going through or have gone through with a little bit of rationale, looking at it very positively, or just saying, well, that kind of analysis that I had of this is right for this and that. Don't think you know all the answers already. There are some Sagittarians I love dearly. You automatically think that you know everything, and you know in your field, and I don't think that's right. I think that everyone will be able to learn different things. It's never always going to stay the same, unless it's like a written book, like Lord of the Rings. Somebody made up, and there's a book there, and you're not going to add to it. But life in general, in different subjects, I think that we're always going to learn something new. And I think that this is going to be a case of maybe you learning something that you didn't anticipate. So you need to store that away in your broad mental library of education. And I think this is now coming through for you to learn from, and then kind of springboard off into February. And I'm really looking forward actually to seeing what comes forward for you in February. If you'd like to leave a comment below what your New Year's resolutions are, I'm looking forward to reading those. And also, if you'd like to email me, lorientarot@gmail.com, for anything you need, or if you want a reading, the 2018 ones are still available at the link below. But yeah, I do think even though you're trying to sort things out, this is a good solid base for potential. I think you just need to wake yourself up a little bit out of the Christmas, New Year, Hanukkah, whatever it was, fog, and just kind of move forwards now, because we can't know anything. We really rarely focus on things like this. So I just think that there's a lot of potential that you need to look into. But take care of yourself, Sagittarius. I wish you all the very best, blessed be, and I can't wait to read for you in February.